We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch that. Watch twist.
First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action. Garoppolo. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, we got
61, match box, one half.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44, Garoppolo toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Right there. 54, right there.
Keystone, travel. 13.
Check.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Here we go.
54. And here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Yates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Get out there.
Check your hot read. 56.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Looking to throw. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go. 180. 21.
Yeah, let's get set.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man. That's Richie James. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Richie James. 24-yard gain on the play.
Garoppolo now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Nick Vigil in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
I got you.
12.
To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Man open, it's Goodwin. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Niners 14, Cowboys 7.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
Hey, kill.
To throw is Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Elliott. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Prescott now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gon'
The
run.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. James has got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
47.
Watch twitch.
One go 47. 26.
Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott, that one complete to Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
So we're going to 54. Right here. There we go.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
Then we're going to 53. 26.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 11. Yes.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers! Leonard Fournette. Touchdown number 15 on the year. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go, 46.
To throw again on second down. Prescott throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, kill. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Prescott now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now here's Goodwin with another jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. So we got man. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Here we go, 46.
I got one.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 26.
Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Yates. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Right there. 56. I got him.
Here we go, 47. Go. Get out there.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Tight dog.
26.
First down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Yates. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Kill. 26.
Prescott yet again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Two times. Hey. 4 down.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
This is Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are back within a single score. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, and now he bowls him over. There he goes, left side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 45 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Black 80! White 54! 12.
On second down, here's Fournette. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down.
White.
Mike 5-4.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A shotgun give to Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
5.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might get some fun, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets of debts. I think my bread is hard as a cruise on receipts. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell. got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Coach, from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 19.
2, Mike, 2. There we go.
Alert, at 59.
Watson on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Say. Mike Spopo.
I don't think you got it, son.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack? Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
41, Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the
2nd and 4. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Parker, the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 6-0 our score after 1. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 2nd and very short, Watson. And Thomas has it. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike Bobo. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's complete to Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. To throw is Watson, and a catch made by Hopkins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Check, check.
Here's Watson to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
A 47-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the... Five all the way to the 3.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The pitch back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 5-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Drake. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Counter play, Drake. And he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Taylor. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watson now to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Drake. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Check. 55 to Mike. Your track.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Drake. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Drake. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He can run for it, and he will. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Night, sweetheart. Say go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.